ISIL names its new leader after Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi reportedly killed himself during a US-led raid. We will discuss what we can expect in the fight against extremism. Hello, I'm Anand Naidu, and this is The Heat. In an audio message released this Thursday, ISIL named its new leader and made fresh threats. It claimed the group is not only on the doorstep of Europe, but also in Africa and expanding to the West. The United States, in coordination with Turkey, Russia, Iraq and Kurdish forces in Syria, killed ISIL's longtime leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi in an overnight raid in Syria last weekend. Yet many believe the terrorist organization, known to be one of the world's cruelest and most violent groups, still poses a global threat. CGTN's Michal Bardavid has more.
On October 27th, U.S. President Donald Trump announced to the world that American forces had killed ISIL leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. Just 2 days later, another declaration by Trump, this time claiming to have killed his likely successor as well. On Twitter, Trump wrote, "Just confirmed that Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi's #1 replacement has been terminated by American troops. Most likely would have taken the top spot. Now he's also dead." He was likely referring to ISIL spokesman Abu al-Hassan al-Muhajir, who U.S. officials confirmed was killed. But while many world leaders congratulated Trump, most also cautioned that the fight is not over and ISIL is yet to be defeated completely.
These types of terrorist organizations always have a Plan A and Plan B leader alternatives ready, because anyone can be eliminated at any moment. There is no leader for life concept.
But the success of ISIL wasn't dependent on its leader. The instability in the Middle East also played a role in the group's rise. Fahri Erenal, a retired brigadier general and a security expert, stresses that it was a power vacuum in Iraq and Syria that created an opportunity for ISIL to capture territory in 2014. Erenal stresses that the current geopolitical conditions, such as Russia's support of Syrian President Bashar al-Assad to regain control of Syria, won't allow that to happen again.
That's why I believe they will move out of this area. It won't be to Afghanistan, as the Taliban is dominant there. It won't be Nigeria either. I believe it could be Northern Africa, with Tunisia as the top possibility.
But ISIL does not have just one base. It has spread its influence with operative and sleeper cells scattered in different regions around the world, including Europe and Asia, which makes it more challenging to destroy. ISIL still poses a major threat to Turkey as well. Just in October of this year, over 100 ISIL suspects were detained in operations across the country.
I don't believe suicide bombings will happen in Europe, because getting access to the necessary materials and hiding them is challenging. But in Turkey, we should always assume they can decide to carry out joint attacks with the Kurdistan Workers' Party, PKK, and focus on mutual goals.
The U.S. recently stated that it would maintain some presence in Syria to protect oil fields from falling into the hands of ISIL, acknowledging that the terrorist organization still poses a threat in the region. World leaders agree that the fight against ISIL still continues. Even though killing Baghdadi certainly is an achievement, it is not enough to call a victory just yet. Michal, Bardavid, CGTN, Sharm el-Sheikh.
Hello everybody, I'm Anand Naidu. If you enjoy the thoughtful, engaged discussions you see on The Heat, you may also want to subscribe to our podcast. It's appropriately titled The Heat. Twice a week we take a deep dive on world headlines, talking to experts, journalists and others. It's a fresh, focused and intimate look at the issues that matter most. Whether it's the Hong Kong riots, the latest Middle East conflict or US politics, The Heat podcast gives the clear context needed to understand both what's going on and why. And what's best, we come to you. Whether you're at home or on the go, you can find The Heat podcast just about anywhere podcasts are found. Just search The Heat CGTN. Have a listen today and subscribe. Thanks.